Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. And if you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. It's great to have you in my little corner of YouTube where we speak all things adulting, faith, and lifestyle. Before we get started, make sure to hit that subscribe button. That red button must turn gray. Give this video a massive thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Comment down below what you enjoyed about today's video and what other videos you'd like to see. Share this with anybody and everybody who you think might need it. And last but not least, hit those notification bells so that you do not miss another video. So without wasting any more time, let us get straight into today's video. So as you can see, I'm wearing the same outfit as last week, and if you didn't watch last week's video, I would have explained why I'm wearing the same outfit. I'm recording these videos on the same day at the same time, and I just needed to record that video before the original video that I had planned. So with that, I'm human. I'm not trying to change 5 million times a day. I'm trying to get these recordings out of the way before I start work. It is 6:30 in the morning. So there's no time to be changing 5 million times. I'm just putting that out there and I'm being as real and as raw as I possibly can. So with that, I quickly want to get into today's topic about how to stop living from paycheck to paycheck. I feel like as young adults, not even as young adults, as students, young adults, normal adults, I act like young adults aren't normal adults, but adults are in the cycle where as quickly as the money comes in, it goes out. Literally by the second of the month, you're sitting with your arms folded and you're waiting for the next payday. And it's very awkward. And I feel like we can break that cycle. It obviously won't happen overnight, but I personally am taking steps towards not living from hand to mouth or from paycheck to paycheck. I'm tired of feeling like there's too much month left at the end of the money. You know what I mean? It's tiring. So without wasting any more time, let's get into the first point. The first point is drawing up a budget and sticking to it. There's a difference between drawing up a budget and sticking to it. Let's draw it up and stick to it. Things that I would consider adding into my budget: segments for fun, money. The reason why I personally have always struggled to stick to a budget is because I don't put in fun money. So it becomes a thing where if a friend says, hey friend, let's go out, you're dipping into money that you shouldn't be dipping into, for example, savings, in order for you to go out. And that defeats the whole purpose of you saving. So treat your fun money like an expense on your budget. And if you don't use it up that month, great. It can overlap into the next month, or you can add it to your savings, whatever it is. But I think be realistic about how you're budgeting and add buffers. So for example, if your phone contract is 700 Rand, put it up for 850. That 150 will make a difference. Like add those buffers into your budget. Number 2, cover the 5 walls. You would have heard of the 4 walls, which are namely utilities, shelter, transport, and food, right? You can't live without these. The 5th wall that I have added my personal Rori touch is savings and investments. I treat my savings and investments as a bill. I treat it like I can't live without it, because technically I can't live without saving and investing, because in the long run, when you are in retirement, you will need those savings and investments. Just putting that out there. So concentrate on the 5 walls when drawing up your budget. Point number 3, save and start an emergency fund. If you have not seen my video about why you need an emergency fund, do go back and check it out. I'll put it in the description box below, or put it in the cards, and do check it out. It is very important to have a buffer between you and the curveballs that life may throw at you. You do not want to find yourself in unnecessary debt because you haven't planned in advance. That leads me to my next point, point 4, avoid debt at all costs. My point here is that if you rely too much on debt, which I've actually mentioned in another video that I'll link in the description box as well, if you over rely on debt, you'll find yourself in that cycle of living from hand to mouth once again. As soon as the money comes in, where does it have to go? To your debt. So where do you enjoy your money if you're busy paying off debt? It's really not nice. Obviously, sometimes it is inevitable. You do have to get into debt, People don't have 2 million rand lying around to buy a house, but there are different types of debt. Clothing accounts, mismanagement of credit cards, bad debt, a red card, red flag. There are different types of debt that are good and bad. I'll go into more detail with that in another video where we break down what debt is good and what debt is bad. And if you can't find the distinction between these two, you, my friend, are in trouble. The fifth point, get a second job or start a side hustle. If you have capacity, do a nighttime job, or if your hours are strictly 9 to 5 or 8 to 4, you can get a job from 4 to 8 if you have the capacity, if you're not studying, if you're not helping out at home with the family, if you are unmarried and single and you don't have anybody to rush home to, I don't see why not. So if you do have the capacity, increase your income. If your income is not enough, find ways to increase it, because sometimes you can't just control your spending. We pay black tax, we're paying student loans. So sometimes the income genuinely isn't enough. So increase your income if need be. The sixth and final point, live below your means. Do not fall for the lifestyle creep. This point is an introduction into a bigger video that I am planning, where we are in the cycle of the more we spend, the more we earn, the more we spend. Just because you're spending more doesn't mean you need to. Just because you're earning more doesn't mean you need to spend more. Just because your salary has increased doesn't mean you need to get a bigger house. Doesn't mean you need to get a more expensive phone. Doesn't mean you need to get a bigger car. I've always been asked, Rory, when are you getting a bigger car? And I'm like, when my car breaks down and loses life. Until then, I will drive my little jorki because there's nothing wrong with it. I do not need to be spending money on a bigger car just because I'm earning more. So do not fall for the lifestyle creep. So with that, we've reached the end of today's video, and I just want to highlight that regardless of how much you earn, you will always live from paycheck to paycheck if you do not have a good relationship with money, if you do not track your spending, and if you do not stick to your budget. Even the richest of people can live from hand to mouth because they mismanage their funds. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope these steps are practical and easy to apply. I hope you take them into consideration going forward so that you can break the cycle of living from paycheck to paycheck. So with that, do subscribe, do comment, do like, do share, do all of that YouTube business that you know you're supposed to do. And with that, with so much love and so much light from me to you, have an amazing rest of the day. Stay safe, God bless, and take care of each other. Bye, guys.